Hi guys, it's Brittany and Rachel. Yesterday we started off a Zoom meeting with everyone live and we lost our internet connection in the middle of it. So we are recording this now so we can share it with you all. We figured everything out, so hopefully this goes a little better than yesterday. So first we're going to walk you through logging into Maxa. So the site, if you aren't familiar with it, is marketing.c21ne.com. Your email will be your Century 21 email. So the first letter of your first name, your last name at c21ne.com. And when you first join or when we first set up Maxa for you, you had a temporary password. So that will be your password when you first log in. It's just pretty generic. And then you have to log in and change that to whatever password you want it to be. So first when you log in, your screen is going to look like this. You guys will have no folders or designs here. This is your dashboard. A lot of people get a little bit confused that there's nothing here and they say that their Max is broken and they have no categories and they're not sure what to do. So the create new design is where you'll find all the categories. But if you're new to Maxa, the first thing you want to do when you log in is go to the top right hand corner where it says your name and click the drop down and update all your account information. So this is where you can put your title, your name, your email, your address, everything here that you see you want to fill out as much as you can because a lot of our templates on Maxa and designs auto-populate with all this information to make it easy and convenient for you so it just fills in and you don't have to type it in every single time. So the first thing you want to do is fill out all of this and go to the bottom and hit save, and it'll save all your personal information so you never have to add those to your designs. Okay, so once it says profile successfully updated, you can go back to your dashboard. And like I just mentioned, you want to click create new design to find all the categories. So there's a ton of them here. The first thing we want to show you is that there's two separate letterheads categories. A lot of people have been asking for just Word doc letterheads instead of letterheads in Maxa that they have to edit through the site. Just because it's a little more convenient to type in a lot of words and to change people's names on each letter every single time if you just download the Word document. So this will say download right to your computer in a Word doc, save the template, and you can change that and type in it as you would any other document.
All right, going back to the designs, we're going to go over a few things that you should know so when you are designing. So we're going to go to one of the property flyers. And we're going to go ahead and click on this one. You're going to hit create design. This just gives you a little preview of the sample template. So all these pictures are just stock images. But you're just going to hit create design. All right, so once that property flyer loads, it'll come up with this. And as you can see, since I have some of my account information already on my profile, like Rachel was saying earlier, all of my information auto-populates. So my name and my headshot, this is set to a mobile phone number, which I don't have on my account information. So if I had my mobile phone number, that would auto-populate, or I could always just click on here and you could just type whatever phone number you want. Just like a regular Word document. And then over here, you can see that my head is a little bit cut off. So I can go ahead and click on the photo of myself and I can move my headshot down, but maybe I don't want it to be that big. I want to show a little bit of my shirt. So I can click and drag, but see how it's distorting my photo? You definitely don't want that. So you're gonna go up here and click this undo arrow and undo both of those. What you're gonna do is you're gonna click back on the photo, click on this transform button right here, and hit the lock button. What that does is it locks the constraints of the photo so that nothing is distorted when you go to make it smaller or larger. So then I can click back on my photo and now I can make it smaller with no problem. And it won't squish anything. All right. The other thing is when you see photos like this house or the photos down here on a design, they're almost always set as what we call an upload zone. And what we mean by that is if you guys have a photo, like say you just got a property and you're creating this property flyer for your new listing and you have photos of the house and I want to upload a photo. What you guys can do is go ahead and upload a photo from your desktop or whatever folder that you want. And then once you upload that, you can click My Uploads and say that this is the house that I want to do. You want to be clicked on the photo that you want to change, and then you're going to just simply click on the photo that you want to change that photo to. And as you can see, since it's at an upload zone, it automatically changes the photo. And again, you can click and drag to make sure that the full image is in that space. Other thing that we're going to go over is some people have longer last names, some people have shorter last names, so you can fully control the sizing and the font and the colors and everything. You could drag and drop, or you can, again, be clicked on the layer and these little font sizes right here, you can just hit the up arrow for larger and down arrow for smaller. Over here is going to be your font styles, and then if you wanted a different color, you can come over here and edit those colors. I do recommend keeping everything with the brand colors. Another thing we're going to go over is the layers. This button right over here, that's your layers button. So you're going to click on that, and what the layers is basically every single component of this design. So you can see this cool photo. Ooh. This cool photo is the photo of your house, that's the layer, and whatever layer you're clicked on, it's going to have this green little line next to it. As you can see, there's different locks. A red lock is like something like a logo or a pattern that in the design template we don't want you guys to necessarily be able to move or delete around. So admin goes ahead and locks those with a red lock. But then the gray locks, you guys can actually move. Basically what those are is just the design components that make the design flow but aren't necessarily super important, but we just gray lock them because it's more frustrating than anything to have to go through and accidentally move something. So the gold square, for instance, is this gold square surrounding the Century 21 Northeast logo. If I want to unlock that and maybe say I want to change it to white, you can just hit the gray lock and it'll unlock, so now it's not locked. And then I can click on the colors and I can change it to white. If I want it to be a little bit larger, I can increase the size of that. So totally customizable, and you can go ahead and edit all of these layers. And then after you're done with that, you can just hit the gray lock again, so that way you're not going to be able to move it. So as you can see, I'm trying to move the white box, but it's not, it's just moving the photo below it. And then that is basically it. Again, these two photos are upload zones. So if you have photos of a living room or a kitchen or other aspects of a home that you just listed or sold, you can go ahead and choose those images like I did with this house up.
Okay, so the next thing we want to go over with you guys is uploading a mailer list. So if you go back into your Create Design and you have a postcard that you want to send out, and you have a list of contacts that you got from either you downloaded maybe from somewhere, or you just keep track of all of your clients or people you need to reach out to and have their contact information, you can upload that into Maxa and send it directly to them instead of having all of the postcards come to your house and addressing them yourself. So if you go into any of these postcards and click Create Design, so once you are into the postcard design, you can edit everything how Brittany just showed you. You can change all these photos like she just talked about. All your stuff will auto-populate. And whenever you're ready, you're going to want to save the design and then go to the print shop. So some of the images will pop up and say that they're low resolution, but these images are all high quality from like Pixabay or something like that. It's a good image. It just sometimes pops up like this. You can just ignore and continue. Shop, it'll open another tab and it'll bring you to a checkout just like you would any other online shopping. So here you can see that it'll pop up with a bunch of different options. So you can select the paper type you want to print on, and you can click mail to agent, which will then mail all the postcards to yourself, and you can self send them out, and put all the addresses on yourself, or you can upload a mailing list. So what we did was created a fake Excel sheet with a bunch of random addresses and names on them. Make sure each box on your Excel sheet is separate. So it should be first and last name, address, state, zip, and in city. Whoops. So then click mailing list, and it'll give you all these options, and you can do standard postage or first class postage, which is 1 to 3 business days, and then upload your CSV file. So an Excel document isn't CSV, so just click on this, and ours is so we just uploaded the CSV file, and then you can pick your quantity and hit proceed, and it'll take you to all of your billing information, and you can continue to payment just as you would with anything else, and it'll go directly to all the addresses that are in your Excel sheet. Just make sure that your quantity matches up with how many people are in your Excel sheet, or else someone from Maxa will probably email you and let you know that you have too little or too many, and you can talk to them from there. But so once you place an order on Maxa, they all will go under your name in the My Print orders. So you can check the status of your order. If you order business cards, if you order mailers, that kind of thing, it'll all appear under here, and it'll tell you the status of it, which design it is, and when it was last updated, and you can click on it and have all your tracking information on here. But say that you notice a spelling error or something you want to change on them. Some people forget to remove one of the areas they haven't filled out on their account information, and it appears as all zeros or something like that, and they want to change that before it goes to print. You can either email Brittany and I at our marketing email, or you can email directly print at My Marketing Matters, and they can help you change that super fast, and we'll edit your order right through the website.
All right, and then one of the last things I want to go over is that you can remove certain aspects from any template that you want. We'll go with this sign. All right, once it's loaded, you can delete anything that you want. Like say I did not want my license number on my business card. I can just click on that and hit the backspace or the delete button on my computer, or you can go to the layers button like what we talked about earlier. Click on the layer you want to delete and just look for that green line that we showed you. And what you can do is you can just hit that X. So anything that you don't necessarily want or any information you don't really want to share, you can just go ahead and remove that, or you can substitute it with something else. You can also, if you go to the upload image website, there are social media icons. So there's a lot of little icons in here that are helpful. So say if you wanted to add a website or your Facebook handle, your Twitter handle, your Instagram, you can all do that. You can just click on, I'm going to add a website. So you can click on whatever icon you want to add, and that'll pop up. Again, you can just drag and resize it to how you want. A really fun thing about the icons is you can change it to any color as well. So I'm going to click on the icon, click on the fill button up here, and Rachel and I have all of these memorized by heart by now, but that's the code for our gold color. So as you can see, it changed to gold. And then if I want to go ahead and add the text of the website, I'm going to hit this little A button that says add text. I'm going to type what I want to add. And once I'm done, I'm going to go ahead and hit add text. And again, like we discussed earlier, you can change the sizing of this, you can change the font, and you can also change the color if I wanted it to match the website logo button there. And then these little red little guidelines, they're really helpful. It kind of lets you know if everything is lined up properly and where it should be placed. So definitely pay attention to those. Then other than that, whenever there's a business card or a template with multiple sides, it'll show you in the preview, but you can also tell by this. So this top page that I'm clicked on is page 1. And then if I were to click on page 2, it would take me down to that page 2. So we're going to go back to the dashboard and show you one more thing in order to stay organized on your dashboard. As you can see, I have a bunch of different folders. I have this postcard that I need to file. What I recommend doing is, because once you're comfortable enough, you should utilize Maxa a lot. There's a lot of great things on there. You can hit create folder. I'm going to name it as postcard since that's what I need to file, and hit create. And as you can see, it just shows up there. And any designs that I want to put into that folder, all I have to do is click and just drag. And now everything is organized and everything is in the appropriate folder. I think that is it to get you started and going with Maxa. Again, Rachel and I are always here if you need help. You can email us. Our email is marketing@c21ne.com, and we can help walk you through anything. We also have the ability to become you guys under our admin profile. So if you really want us to review something, see if something looks okay, or you need help with something, just let us know. Maybe you've already started a design. We can go ahead and become you, and we can see everything on your end, and we can go directly into any design and help you to format it and help you design it a little bit better if you're worried about it. Other than that,